Huffer.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. And conscious of time and timing, I'll keep this reasonably short and sweet. So I've been working with Will Besson from Tuna Blue Facilitation, and our mission, I guess, has been to get a bit of a stronger understanding of the status of the industrial hemp industry in WA to help Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development in informing their decision making from here. So, as David mentioned, we put out an industry-wide survey, and certainly thanks to iHemp and hemp for your assistance in getting that out to members. It's massively appreciated. Okay. So, in terms, I'll just basically want to take you through some of the key results that are in here. Fairly indicative sort of stuff, but it gives a pretty good picture. And you'll find from the previous speakers there's a reasonable amount of alignment from what we heard this afternoon. So we had 64 people who responded to the survey, and largely growers and processors who were the people that did respond. And this piece called support were people who were involved, some within government and some who were agronomists and some who were involved in supporting growers and processors. So here we asked a range of questions, and this one was looking at basically the sector that people saw themselves as currently working within. And you can see here that the seed supply market was one of the key markets that people are currently operating in. There's still, as I think Anne-Marie mentioned earlier, there's still a lot of people in that startup phase, still trying to work out what it is they're going to work towards and who they're going to work with. So that's one of the key things that came out of that. And a lot of people, beyond the seeds side of things, looking at that fibre and textile supply, so some strong interest there. In terms of the potential markets that people are looking towards in the future there, again, the building and textile markets featured pretty strongly, along with food markets. And I think reflective of people's, a lot of people entering the industry or just kicking off, as both Bronwyn and Anne-Marie mentioned, that there's still a lot of people, I guess, waiting to see what will eventuate for them in terms of being a bit unsure. I think that shows, I guess, to me, without doing too much interpretation, how important the role of both iHemp and hemp grow are going to be in the future. Interesting part, I think, or one of the key things we thought was really interesting was that there's a heap of growers who, I guess, had a reasonable amount of confidence to think, yeah, we're going to expand the area we're growing in the future. So you can see there, 79% of people, of the growers surveyed said we're looking to beyond this year to make sure we're going to be around for the future. And interestingly, there's quite a few people saying we're looking at a reasonable scale and talking 100 hectares plus. So there's some going from quite a small scale at the moment to banging out 100 hectares in the near future. We were talking about a 3-year time frame for that. And no surprises, most of the growers who are looking to expand in that scale were based around here in the southwest region, which makes a lot of sense. In terms of industry support, we found that a lot of people currently have access to an agronomist, either a dedicated one on their own or they share an agronomist. And the thing that I thought was, I guess, from the outside, I think is a really healthy thing that about 85% of people were involved in the hemp industry organisation, and some were members of multiple organisations. So for that, as an industry that's looking towards the future, I think that's a really, really healthy thing, that people recognise the value and support options available. In terms of we asked about what people saw as the major opportunities over the next 3 years. And as you've heard from a few speakers, like getting these processing facilities right, Anne-Marie talked about that first level processing through to sort of more complex level of processing was going to be one of the keys, and certainly that was reflected in your feedback that that's going to be one of the key issues to seeing success. The other one was probably understanding which markets to work for. If you've got 50,000 plus end users, it's really, I guess, people thinking about where's the one that's going to help set us up the best and that we can work towards supplying. And obviously the big of how can we get plant varieties that are suitable for the regions that we're going to be growing in WA. Because we did have respondents, whilst a lot were from the southwest, there's still, we had some from up in the Kimberley as well, so they're going to have some really different growing regions and different characteristics, as Anne-Marie mentioned. Okay, then on the other side, going to the dark side of things, people saw, some of the challenges here were pretty much a mirror image of that, is that there's possibly the availability of processing facilities at the moment, and it's good to hear about the opportunity for mobile processing facilities coming through. There's still a lot of people unsure of what markets they were going to be setting themselves up for and how they're going to do that. And as we've heard also, that having the ability to access quality seed and certainly certified seed came up there as well. And I'll see there's the big three barriers, and there's certainly others listed. These were the big, most common ones that came out of it. In terms of what people were looking for in the future, in terms of helping their businesses grow, it's part of it was this awareness and support, and some of the comments around that were moving beyond the perception that hemp is a weed was one of the comments there. So getting people to understand the differences between the different types of hemp, and that we are actually talking about industrial hemp and a proper crop. And that was one of the key things that people saw as a critical issue to address. And you can see there the other ones were around legislative change, making it easier for growing crops and to meet the THC level requirements. And people are also looking for some start-up grants to help them, I guess, offset a lot of the risk that's associated with any new industry. And obviously that having agronomic advice that suits the WA environment. We've got fairly complex agricultural environment to operate in, and having that mix of understanding that environment plus the complexities of the hemp plant itself, we're seeing the critical support issues. We also asked what people saw as the role of government. And there's some big three here. It's just reducing that regulatory burden. And just heard a couple of descriptions about the sort of challenges, and you're more familiar with the regulatory burden than I am. But it's really, let's just try and I guess my interpretation of this is how much can government move out of the way to assist the industry to move on, and how much can they assist with this in terms of legislative change. And the final one was, in terms of that role of government, was helping to make things happen rather than, I guess, hindering making things happen, and what's the role they can have there. These can be pretty career-limiting comments for me at times, so I'm going to walk that fine end. There's a Johnny Cash song along that line, but I won't sing it to you today. And that's me. So that's sort of the key things. I'm happy to go provide some more detail on that, but I'm 3 minutes past 5. I think a snapshot approach would be sufficient at this stage. But thanks for your time, and thanks for everyone that's helped us.
Response and wonderful.